Hey everyone, it's Tiffany T, and this is day 21 of Wade and T's 30-day vulnerability challenge. And yesterday I said that I was going to be sharing on a topic that I dread talking about, which I do. I mean, not dread it, um, but it's one of the two things that I prefer not to talk about publicly. Um, and okay, so one of those two things is religion. And I mainly feel the need to share my perspective and viewpoints about this because I'm often getting more mail or letters, whatever, instant messages from my fans, followers, and friends who don't know really where I stand in this whole category. So I think it's time to shed some light on the topic. And yeah, so thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Um, and please let me know if you guys have any feedback or your point of view as well, which I always love to hear because I don't know everything. Um, but I like to refer to religion as like soul beliefs because I don't really resonate with the word like religion per se. You'll notice in the video description below that I've included some links, and these links are just videos that if you would like to learn more and understand the truth about why I believe, like what I believe in, and how I perceive the spiritual world in the way I do, then you can get educated because I myself, I'm not the best teacher about this topic with just a short amount of time on a video like this. So that's why I've included them. I really, really encourage you to at least just check them out. Even if you don't agree, I would love to hear your feedback. Or maybe if you do agree, I would love to hear your feedback. But I encourage you to check them out. Um, and share any content with me. Feel free that can challenge my perspective or complement it. I really, really welcome that. But the reason why I don't like to publicly talk about the subject of religion is just because there's a lot of like emotion behind it. And just like the second subject, I don't prefer to talk about, which you'll soon find out what that is in a different video. But the people tend to get extremely emotional and defensive over this topic. And I don't really enjoy stirring up the drama and the arguments that come up with faith. Um, so just to be clear, I'm not saying that I don't like to discuss it. It's just in the appropriate setting or context, I like to discuss it with people who are open-minded and non-argumentative or defensive, which when people get in that defensive mode, it's just a sign of fear. They're coming from a place of fear, and that's okay because most likely they don't even know better, so that's fine. But my preference is to just be chill, calm, collective, and share each other's points of view. So, um, yeah. So, okay, like for example, my friend Devette, and Devette, I hope you don't mind that I'm using you for an example. I usually do because you're the perfect person for this. But so she's Christian and very, very set in her ways in the Christian religion and faith. And I love that. I respect that about her. We've been friends for about 17 years now. And it's so cool because we can just totally rap about things and like spend hours and hours listening to each other's points of view. So we don't ever try to like convince each other of changing our perspective or our beliefs or our faith. It's just I like to know and be educated where she comes from because she's one of my best, dearest friends, and vice versa. So she she and I have a really unique relationship in that sense. It's a good, great, communicative, healthy relationship. And I encourage everybody to just be open-minded, even if you don't necessarily believe like what that person's talking about or where they're coming from. Still, at least hear them out and understand them for who they are and why they believe in what they do. So yeah. Thanks, Yvette. I appreciate it. But there's an old saying that states that religion is, how does it go? Religion is for people who are afraid to help. Religion is for people who are afraid of going to hell, and spirituality is for people that have already been there. And now we all have our own version of how we understand or see God. For me, I see God as not being a person, um, and that's just, again, my opinion. They say God made us in his own image, and I don't agree with that. I think that we made God in our own image, because if you look at every single culture in history, um, they depict God as looking like themselves. So what I came to realize was God, or source, or the divine energy, whatever you refer to it as, that we're all talking about the same thing. And I see God as a way of form of the highest loving vibrational energy and universal intelligence. And just to give you a little bit of background, I was raised Catholic, okay? I went to private Christian high school. I even made my first Holy Communion and confirmation, just like every good little Catholic girl does. Um, and however, I didn't enjoy any moment of it. Literally, I used to cry every Sunday that we had to go to church when I was little. And I would always embarrass my mom because I'd be so miserable, like stand up, sit down, kneel, stand up, sit down, kneel. And it didn't resonate with me. So you see, like right there, that right there was a sign that it wasn't right for me. When you're a child, when you're little, um, you are more sensitive and more aware of things in a different way, because you're not programmed by the system yet. So I encourage all of you that have children to pay attention to your children's feelings and things about how they feel, because children are the innocent ones. They're not conformed yet. So, but yeah, what was I talking? Okay, when I graduated high school, I at the age of 16, I started college right away. And for my elective courses, I studied over several years. I took fun class. I didn't take fun classes. I took like fun classes like gym or basket weaving is what I mean. I studied religion, and then many different forms of religion, because I had to find out for myself, like, my own truth. And I've always been like a seeker of truth and finding out for myself, instead of someone else letting like them dictate my life in such a way that I want to be the one at the end of the day to choose my own beliefs. I don't believe that like we're here to be controlled. Otherwise, how is it that we're co-creators? So I do have a little bit, teeny bit of rebel in me. And over the years, like, some of the religions that I've studied has a vast majority. It's like I've done Yoruba spirituality, Wicca, Voodoo, Shinto, shamanism, both the Sunni and Shia Islam religions, Hinduism, Gnostic, both Coptic and traditional Christianity, obviously Catholic, the Catholic religion, Taoism, Baptist Christianity, the Native American church, because I have Indian in me. I'm both Blackfoot and Cherokee. And the Krishna movement, Mahayana, mainstream, and Theravada. So even Mormonism, I lived in Utah for a little bit. Buddhism, Pentecostalism, Scientology, all that stuff, even Satanism. And with that I have a different opinion about that, but I won't go there for today. But so as you can see, I've studied and seen many different forms of what we as humans refer to as religion. And in my opinion, religion breeds fragmentation and separates us. It separates everybody and gives entitlement. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. It just doesn't resonate with my soul. And in my opinion, there is no authority, because we're all connected. And authority happens when like our ego is out of balance and we feel the need to control or dominate others, because we're coming from a place of fear and not from love. And I love educating others on how to take off veil that like separates us, so we're able to be one consciousness again. And that to me can only be done by educating on self-awareness. So that's why I'm a huge advocate. Well, one of the many reasons, flies, why I'm a huge advocate of self-awareness, because it's just you need to educate yourself, learn about yourself, make your own decisions, figure out who you are, fall in love with yourself. I mean, every single day. And I'm all about obeying like the laws of the universe and learning how to receive, because every action you do, every thought that you inject, every energy you release has a consequence. And when you come to understand this and realize this, I mean, wouldn't you want to choose those thoughts, behaviors, or actions that, or those certain ways of thinking that that will plant seeds of blessings and positivity versus chaos and negativity? I mean, I know I would, I do, and I just like to share perspectives with people, because sometimes people just don't know. Just like I don't know everything. I know very little, but I know what I know in order to make an educated decision on my faith and my beliefs. And I don't believe that our role here as humans is to rely on God or whatever to keep bad things from happening. But I think like it's instead to know and understand the fact that we have the power to choose how we react to those things, which we perceive as bad. And we have the power to still rough waters, to clean up the planet, to behave more like in a responsible way. And if we misplace that opportunity and put it on or blame it on God, then we wouldn't have the opportunity to discover our power, like to learn how to exercise our free will, if that makes sense, and behave more responsibly. So, yeah, I, I, okay, first of all, this is really extremely tough for me to do. It's a challenging video, but that's what this 30-day challenge is all about. So it's just, I take my faith and my beliefs very intimately, and when I'm sharing them, it's usually on an intimate level, whether I'm working with clients that we have time to get to know each other and understand each other better. So sharing this publicly isn't that easy. I'm scared. Okay, it's okay. So, I forgot what I was going to say. I don't know. Okay, well, I believe that like life isn't about suffering and paying dues. It's about like a joyful dance of becoming this celebration. And having received this gift of life from the divine, where we get to make choices and shape our world, shape our future, it's not a matter of somebody outside of ourselves that makes the decision next. And it's certainly not like fate or destiny. Like, when and why we're here is to learn how to be happy and as humanly possible, loving one another. And loving one another as we experience what we agreed to come down and learn and experience in this lifetime. And I believe we're all messengers, we're all teachers, and we're all students, and sometimes simultaneously all at once. Yeah, I also absolutely, without a doubt, believe that we're all individually responsible for our own personal development. And as we transform into a more genuine version of who we are, our lives become more of an extension of our deepest passions and values, inspiring us to like reach our dreams, our goals, and even like inspiring creativity in us to begin with. So what I found is when you commit to the process of becoming the best version of yourself, of who you really are, and you wake up to the fact that we are souls having a human experience, and our body, our like physical body, is just this shell, this vehicle, which houses us to exist on this planet. You know, obviously we have to have the right elements. So as we continually like learn, grow, experience everything, then we notice and realize just what like an awesome true gift and blessing this life is. And you don't take it for granted once you realize this. I mean, obviously nothing's in perfection or perfect harmonic balance, but again, these are just my beliefs and what I stand for in this arena. So if you are in a religion, I'm happy for you. Some of my most dear friends and family are, and I love them and respect them no matter what. I love and respect everybody no matter what. It's just over the last 30 years, I've had my own personal experiences. I've done my due diligence and research, and I've found the truth that is right for me. And I absolutely encourage everyone else to do the same, no matter how young or old you are, no matter how set in your beliefs you are, no matter if your religion tells you not to. That right there really irks me. Like, what right does somebody have to tell you how you should live your life? That doesn't resonate with my soul at all, and I don't think it's right. It's not promoting free will or whatever they call it. But the truth will set you free, and let love guide you, not fear. Be, I don't know. Okay, that's for another topic. And then also, just please be sure to check out the videos below, because I really do want your honest opinions and feedback. And like I said, maybe you know something that I don't. I love learning about this stuff and being educated. So don't be afraid to share or anything. And please, please, please don't try to force to change anyone. Like, there's a difference between educating and shoving something down someone's throat. So be wise enough to know the difference, because at the end of the day, we can't change anyone. We need more people who love and respect each other and respect each other's points of views and beliefs, no matter what they believe in. Because after all, we're all on our own journey, and it's their lives. So be kind, be loving, and just be the bright, shining lights that you all are. And till video day 22, let's see, my special guest is going to be back. He's feeling better, and that's going to be on Sunday. So video 2, 3, 2. So video 24, day 24. Tune into that. So yeah, okay. I think that's it. I think I've got my perspective across. Like I said, if you want to learn more, watch the videos. And I hope you all just have an amazing night. And don't forget to keep purposely loving your life and living it up. And don't forget about how amazingly great you all are. And thank you so much for your support, for your encouragement, for tuning in, for just watching Wade and I's challenge. We really, really, really support you guys. So you guys rock. You're awesome. Mwah! All right, have a good one.